Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Introduce, my name is Desti Hapsari from Class B study program. This is Education, Fakultas Ekonomi, State University of Jakarta, Indonesia. To the Honorable Miss Rizka, as a lecturer of the research methodology, allow me present the result of the paper about the influence the industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation on the work practice of students in class 12, Vocational School 59, Jakarta, a conceptual framework. This paper, part abstract. Yes, Indonesia is a developing country that needs to improve the quality of human research because the number of open human according to the Higher Education based on data from the Central Bureau of Statistics is ranked second at the vocational high school education level by 1,661,492 in August 2022 and 1,708,2095 in August 2023. Third dual system education, which is designed to realize the objective of the national education system, a link and marks place in school education instruction, and the world of work or the industrial world. This paper aims to in the times the relationship between industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation on student work results. This paper discusses the issue of the three variable in preference study that can help in building a conceptual framework. Although there are differences in the object of research in the prevalent literature, the relationship between industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation and work writing still is limited or topic relevant to the work practice of vocational student. To that, little applicable data has been calculating the above mentioned relationship to work rights. There from for the research in this study start this topic by presenting the problem and result gap that ultimately help to conceptual the three variable and their relationship. Next, this paper keyword is industrial work practice, learning achievement, work motivation, and work requirements. Part 1, introduction. This paper, Indonesia, Indonesia is a developing country that needs to improve the quality of human research to achieve increased economic growth. One way to achieve this growth, the field of education. Especially vocational education according to law number 20 of 2003, vocational high school is one of the level of vocational education that prepare its graduate to be ready to work. Dual system education PSG as decentralized the objective of the national education system as a form of link march policy implied in school education interest and the world of work are the initial word. Third, reality and rational. Explain that in the wild, the interpret of fictional high school graduate is a bit absurd by the work actually set in in Indonesia. There The purpose of the study is explain issue and concept about the three variables that can help in building a conceptual framework. In addition, this paper aims to discuss the process of building a conceptual framework in expressing the relationship of industrial work practice, learning, achievement, and work motivation to the job realities of public vocational school student 59 Jakarta. This paper is organized as flow one research problem that may occur in industrial work practice, learning achievement, and learning motivation of student work. Well, this will be discussed in this paper to provide literature on the concept of the three variables will be present in this paper. Three previous literature on the relationship between industrial work practice, learning achievement, and learning motivation of student work. This will also be present. For conceptual framework constitution of industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation on job relates. Part 2, issue relate to industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation. Because based on data, the Central Statistic Agency 2022 2023 on open employment in the table above, it can be seen that vocational high school graduates are in second place by contributing 1,661,492 in August 2022 and 1,708,095 in August 2023. Okay, because the following the table of open unemployment by higher education compared to 2022 2023 from statistic base of statistic data. This is the employment rate, the fictional high school level from year to year starting in the interest to date from research. Fatima de Sumaryoto, 2024. Provide a solution to raise the employment rate by risking the skill and knowledge processed by each student to do entrepreneurship and not relying on employed for others' work motivation as role in shaping work readiness. Thought Research Relative 2022, the learning process of vocational high school student provide experience about industrial work practice and learning achievement for work readiness. State Vocational High School 59 is vocational high school that's two fields of experience, namely retail business and visual communication design. State Vocational High School 59 has a vision to make vocational high school superior in shaping human resource to be quality, technology, and noble. The hope is the graduate of State Vocational High School 59 Jakarta can compete in the business world of the world of work in accordance with their respective fields of experience. Based on this research, that's the problem that are having because Indonesia people are experiencing life through data from the Central Bureau of Statistics. The employment rate for mid-year begins to count at the vocational high school level because a lot of employment, so every graduate vocational high school student needs to prepare skill and knowledge to enter the world of work. So that this study use the research object of the state vocational high school located in South Jakarta, namely 59 Jakarta Vocational Public School, where prefers research while only schools the Central Jakarta area the 14 Vocational High 14 Jakarta Vocational High School. Part D, this paper industrial work practice. Industrial work practice, according research from Fatima Sumaryoto, 2024, explained that program help by the vocational high school level in learning activity by experience working the trustee in the business work with as a majority natural all student must participate in the camp trade. Next, part 4, learning adjustment. According to result Farwanti 2021, learning adjustment is a factor influencing work readiness to that person needs to develop knowledge and skill according to their respective files to explain. Learning adjustment is the result obtained by student after learning objective by assuring the level of knowledge and skill based on test, project, and experience. Next, part 5, work motivation. Variable work motivation. According to result from Fatima and Sumaryoto, 2024 explained that motivation is a form experience or interest so that students want to work entering the world of work that contributes to the company both knowledge and skill obtained from school. Work motivation is increment that acts internally inside and or externally outside. In a person who can be influenced by the work environment and relationship with fellow friends. Next, part C, the relationship between industrial work practice learning, adjustment, and work motivation and work readiness. Work readiness is an important role for fictional student because it is an expectation to become work ready graduate by having experience competence in their experience fields so that they can be expand in the world of work and the industrial world. Research conducted by Wibowo 2020 state that industrial work practice learning adjustment and motivation of to enter world of work are intrinsic for the level of student work readiness. Research conducted by Nurjana 2022 start that industrial work practice, learning adjustment, and work motivation have a simultaneous influence on student work readiness so that knowledge and skill are needs. Seven, conceptual framework. Industrial work practice, learning adjustment, and motivation on work readiness. Based on the event inference research that have been by previous study, it can beside the industrial work practice, learning adjustment, and work motivation have a significant and positive equals on work readiness. Therefore, the study proved the following conceptual framework to explore the relationship between industrial work practice, learning adjustment, and work motivation on the work ladies of student fictional school student 59 Jakarta where industrial work practice learning adjustment and work motivation are independent variable and work readiness achievement and work motivation are independent variable, and work readiness is the dependent variable. According to Research Kunchoro, explain that independent variable or independent variable are variables that have an influence of checks in the dependent variable with as a positive or negative relationship. Meanwhile, the dependent variable is the variable that is the main became for us study. Next, the work readiness framework adapted from a study conducted by Islamitu 2003 explain that there are indicators that can influence this ability to work among other. Physical, mental, emotional state. B. The need of the intention to be enhanced. In C. Having a sense of skill and other meanings that have been taught. Meanwhile, in Rizal Durjana 2022, the indicator of work ethics are I. Having clear and direct this direction. B. Having the ability to connect with other individuals. C. Being able to express independent control. D. Having a critical attitude. A. Having a sense of choice in carrying out individual obligation. If being able to adapt to environment and emphasize science and technology. G. Having the drive to be able to make changes and having knowledge and skill. The industrial work practice framework and research indicator from Durjana 2022 state that the planning state, be the implement state, and this evaluation state, the learning achievement framework reaches indicator Nurjana 2022 takes the value of students' knowledge and skill, the framework of work motivation in the result indicator Nurjana 2022 state that the will of each crewman to enter the real work, physical needs and support from the environment. Next, the conceptual framework presented in this paper illustrates that the relationship of the variable study or interest. This conceptual model good from study on industrial work practice, learning adjustment, and work motivation on job realities of vocational school student 59 Jakarta. Therefore, the conceptual framework is present in figure, where industrial for practice learning achievement and work motivation are centered on contributing to improve work readiness. Yes. The following, the feature one conceptual framework of industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation to the job listeners. Okay. First, variable independent variable. Two, dependent variable. Okay, independent variable is one, variable industrial work practice. Indicator, one, planning stage. Two, implementation stage. Three, evaluation stage. Variable two, learning achievement. One, assessment of student from knowledge and skill. Variable 3. This one will form the impetus to enter the realm of work 2. Psychology needs 3. Support from the coding improvement. Next, work dependent variable. This variable work readiness 1. Have clear and purposeful working. 2. Has the ability to coordinate with other individuals. 3. Can expand independent control. 4. Have a critical attitude. 5. Have a sense of third encouraging on individual obligation. 6. Able to adapt to improvement in science and technology. 7. Have the drive to be able to make change. And 8. Have the knowledge and skill. Grand theory in this study using the theory of cognitive expand this individual is ready to do something or behavior in work is so that the body and psychology state is positive. That is that students are in good health, not sick, and their psychology state has health mentally does not experience mental discord. The next variable is work motivation, which is Miss Collins' needs theory, which means that every student has a strong drive to create maximum success, so that every student does a better job to get achievement in order to get awards. Next, part 8, consolation. Based on some previous literature, it is been shown that there is a potential equivalent relationship between the three variables equaling industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation and work readiness. However, there are still few study conducted impression to measure the relationship between work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation on work readiness. The conceptual framework consists in this study can provide useful insight for research in relevant but to purpose a deeper understanding the concept of industrial work practice, learning achievement, and work motivation of work readiness. The conceptual framework of this study is the basic for future research to explore the relationship between the three variables in different population and sample. Overall, the conceptual framework is built with the aim to contribute to the level of vocational school and teacher profile. Next, part 9. Next, there is a reference section that's complete my research data. That's all my paper presentation. I hope this paper can be usable. Okay, I'm sorry. This presentation. Billahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.